Alright guys, we're getting there. In this video we're going to take care of our single post pages. So let's create a new file in our theme folder, and we're going to call this single.php. And now if I was to click on read more to go to a single post, you'll see it's completely blank. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the HTML template we created and open up single HTML. And we're going to grab, let's see, actually before we do that, let's open up index.php, and we want this section, and we also want the get header and get footer. So let's paste that in. Just like that. Alright, now we're going to want the while loop to start up at the top because we want the title to be in the title section. Alright, so let's say PHP while have posts the post end while, and then let's see, in here we're going to want the title, so we'll say PHP the title, and then this here will be the excerpt, and let's see what that looks like. Okay, good. Now let's go to single HTML, and we're going to grab, let's see, this div ends there. So I'm going to copy that and put that in single PHP right here. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Okay, so this is all static content. So what we're going to want to do here is let's put in the image first. So PHP the post thumbnail. That should give us the image. Okay. And we should probably wrap it in an if statement to make sure there is actually an image. So we can do that with has post thumbnail. Now the meta I'm going to copy from index.php. Okay, the div class meta right here. And paste that. We'll replace this div. Alright, and then we'll have our title. And then we'll have the content. Okay, so now this stuff is all dynamic. Now for the sidebar, okay, we're going to want to check to see if there's a sidebar widget. And we're going to actually put this above where we have the 4-column div, like that. And then it's going to end right here. Alright, now what I'm doing is I'm making it so that if there's no sidebar widgets enabled, then this is going to be full width. Okay, the main area will be full width. Let's see, so inside of the well div, I'm going to take everything out. And we're just going to paste in our dynamic sidebar function. Alright. Now to make it full width, we're going to grab this if statement and go up at the top, okay, where we have this 8-column div. and we're going to say if there is a sidebar, then this is correct. We want the 8 columns. Alright, but if there isn't, then we want 12 columns because we want it to go all the way across. Alright, and then we can end that. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look, reload. Okay, now it goes across the whole thing because there's no sidebars. Now we want this image to be in the middle, so let's go to Style CSS and let's see, where is it? Right here. Let's go blog post. And then we also want single blog post image. I'm going to set margin auto and let's set width to 100%. There we go. Okay, so that's the single page. Well, actually, we need to add the comment section as well. So let's go back to single PHP and go down to where we have the content. We'll put a line break, and then we'll say PHP comments template. Save. Okay, we might as well create our comments PHP file. We've handled the comments pretty much the same in all of our projects. We're using a custom template and then just styling it a little. Alright, now our template's very simple. This is actually taken from the documentation. Okay, so if you want to copy that, we'll save it. And then I'm going to quickly just add our styles. So let's go to Style CSS. Go down to the bottom. And I'm going to paste in our styles. Okay, now we have our comment section. Now we're going to do the pages. Okay, if we click the About page, it's just showing us index.php. We don't want that. We want to create a new file and call it page.php. And now that should go blank. Okay, and let's copy what we have in single PHP. And paste that in, and then we're just going to change a couple things. We'll get rid of this if post has thumbnail. We'll get rid of the meta div since it's a page. And let's change this class to single page. Title, content, those can stay. Comments template, we'll get rid of that. And the sidebar thing, this will stay the same. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so there's our About page. Oh, we can actually get rid of this title because we have it up here. So let's see, get rid of that. Nope. Yeah. Alright. Services should look the same. Alright, so everything's coming together. So now let's take care of the widgets. Okay, we have these footer widgets we need to add in. So let's open up functions.php and we'll go right down here and we're going to paste this in. Okay, so we have a function called fc_init_widgets passing in an ID. We have our first widget, which is a sidebar. Before the widget, we're going to have a div with the class of side widget. Alright, the titles will be in H3. Then we have footer 1 through footer 4. Basically, before the widget, we'll just have a div, and the title will have an H3. Okay, we're going to use the widgets init hook in our add action down here, and we'll save that. Alright, now before we deal with the footer widget, let's do the sidebar. So if we were to go to the About page, and you see it's full width because we don't have any sidebar widgets. So let's create some. If we go to, let's reload and go to Appearance, Widgets, and we'll get the categories, put that in the sidebar. Save that, and then let's get archives. Save that. Now if we go back and reload, now we have our sidebar widgets. Alright, cool. If we go to a single blog post, we should also see them. Good. Now for the footer widgets, let's go to footer.php. And what we're going to do is just replace this stuff. This will be the first widget. I'm going to copy the content here, or cut it. We don't need the title. And what we'll do is we'll go to our backend widget area and bring a text widget to footer 1. Paste that in. Whoops, that's not it. Paste that in. This will be about us. Alright, and then in here we're gonna paste this in. Okay, we're gonna check for the footer 1 widget. If it's there, we're gonna display it. Alright, let's take this next one. Actually, I'm gonna copy this and replace that. This is gonna be footer 2. And this one here will be footer 3, and this one obviously will be footer 4. Alright, now I'm going to copy this iframe and then delete it, delete the heading, save it, and then let's put a text widget in footer 4, and that's where our iframe will go. Alright, footer 2 is going to have the categories widget. And then footer 3 will have recent posts. Alright, so let's go back and reload. And now these are coming from our widgets. So that's going to do it. In the next video, we're going to create our gallery.